No. Mark my words, Satan. I would sacrifice the rest of my life to show the world that you do exist. Instead of committing evil, I would do good things to help people. From this day on, I would save as many souls that I can.
You have a lot of work ahead of you.
I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
I look at times when I was depressed. Cigarette smoke was clogging up my chest. Stress, at times I reflect when I was in debt. Living life from check to check. Going out for the cash, but barely could do math. At my job in the back, throwing away the trash. Literally raised by the city dumps, but still had to pay my therapist at least once a month, so he would listen up. It seems like friends only came around whenever I was flipping blunts or down in the 40 ounce. The irony, surrounded by 40s, but still they couldn't drown me. Ex-shorties of mine try to put me 6 feet deep, play me like curfew and ground me. Surrounded by angels, but still affiliated in this ghost town by most clowns. So for now, I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Some days I feel pain, it's too real to complain. Used to steal for the pay, yeah, it's real and insane. One time committed a crime, I breaking and entering had me heading for the penitentiary. Persuasion by fake friends for home invasions nearly had me in the state pen saying my amens. Praying, that's when I caught a flashback of me being a baby trapped in this playpen. Reaching through the bars to be free, but this time I realized my mama couldn't save me. Spending G's on lawyer fees under siege. The judge wanted to give me a 1 in 3, so I had to cop a plea to be free. Finally my sins came to amends, and when I thought it all came to an end, my friends pulled me back in, and that's how my cycle recycled again. I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
My life thus far was hard, trying to live the lifestyle of a rock star. See, the drugs I done had me more strung out than a guitar. No lie, every day getting high, had my life flowing by. Got in accidents with my cars, could have been paralyzed at least 2 times. One night couldn't open up my eyes, in a deep sleep, unconsciously. My thoughts was deeper than archaeology. See, my family had to rush me to the emergency room where the machines went. But before I flatlined, I woke up before my deadline in due time. So I literally went from the med lab to the studio lab. Now the only vice I have is with the pen and the pad. I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
I'm living for today, not tomorrow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Emptying the bottle until it's hollow.
Abusing my limits, abusing my limits.
Days.
See, I remember.
Dropping books on the stairways.
See, I remember.
the old me. Back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days. Back in the days. Back in the days.
See, I remember.
Working 9 to 6 just to buy a crucifix and a bracelet on the wrist.
See, I remember.
Rooting for the Knicks in the mix with the throwback jersey and matching kicks.
See, I remember.
Catching the cab and getting back home flat broke from the tax and the tab.
See, I remember.
Hangovers, but I can't remember the last time I had my brain sober.
See, I remember.
Bad hair days,
See, I remember.
dropping books in the stairways.
See, I remember.
The old me, back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days,
See, I remember.
back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days, back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Pops used to hustle with crime just to keep his mom off the welfare line.
See, I remember.
Church on Sundays, sipping on OJ while mom cooked me bacon and eggs.
See, I remember.
Playing hoochies with the real game, the steel blade gave my homeboy the ill fade.
See, I remember.
Playing ball in the rain, hoops, milk crates, the backboard was my window pane.
See, I remember.
Bad hair days,
See, I remember.
dropping books in the stairways.
See, I remember.
The old me, back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days,
See, I remember.
back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days, back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Money was to spare, not enough change for the train, so life was unfair.
See, I remember.
Hitting rock bottoms with problems, crossing my heart and praying to God for stardom.
See, I remember.
Since the age of 12, writing in my book of rhymes and staying to myself.
See, I remember.
They told me if it's broke, get it fixed. But yesterday I was broke, but tomorrow I plan to be rich.
See, I remember.
Bad hair days,
See, I remember.
dropping books in the stairways.
See, I remember.
The old me, back in the days, back in the days.
See, I remember.
Back in the days,
See, I remember.
back in the days,
See, I remember.
back in the days, back in the days, back in the days. Mommy tried to provide us with food stamps, he tried to supply us. Welfare did teach us how to be survivors. My father must have knew he was marrying a ride-or-die chick, because my mommy was riding in the Honda, driving the car with high mileage on the highway, following the signs to find my father, who was doing time behind the state lines. I would study for my exam, she would help me cram. The next day for lunch she packed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my lunch bag. The irony, because she did help me get out my jams. And when I ran track, even though I came in last, she still cheered for me because she was my #1 fan. I was a diamond and a pearl, and for sure she was my best friend in this world.
This is the pain of a motherless child. Of a motherless child. This is the pain of a motherless child. Of a motherless child.
I still remember the day you was taken away. You said that you were just going to bathe, but as you laid in the tub, you screamed that you were stuck and you couldn't get up. My older sister tried to help you, but it was too difficult, so she had to call the ambulance. Then my grandmother came over too. Moments later they got you up out of the tub, then they fully dressed you. You turned to me and said I loved you, but I was too hesitant to say I loved you too. See, mommy, I know it's pathetic, but I was too shy to show you affection in front of the paramedics. Never since that day I did regret it, because it was my last chance to say I loved you, and I would miss you. Every day after school I did go to visit you, but there was nothing much I could do. As you laid in the hospital, quietly in ICU, the nurses put tubes in you to feed you. The doctor said this is the cause of a depression, but the psychic said this is the cause of voodoo hexes. Too many questions as I sit reminiscing on your memories, as I'm almost left breathless, expressing my emotions through this message and praying that the angel deliver it to you after I send this.
This is the pain of a motherless child. Of a motherless child.
first time I saw her, I knew I adored her. From then on, promised anything for her. Her skin is the color of milk, so I had to spoil her. Products of what I bought her, Jonas I sported for her. With the watch I wore below my forearm, so I was in fashion every time that I saw her. At night she took care of her daughter. During the day she went to work, and that's when I mourned for her. Her favorite show was Law and Order, with degrees across the border. So if she ever got caught for manslaughter, she'd be sexy enough to get court adjourned and even beat the case without a lawyer. See, she's my fire and my water. See, she got my mind out of order, sort of. From the first time I saw her, I've been dreaming of doing all these things for her.
In my dreams, I kissed you once, I kissed you twice, 1,000 times. In my mind, in my dreams, I kissed you once, I kissed you twice, 1,000 times. In my mind,
the door slams shut, I hear laughter after he leaves. Does this mean that it's happier ever after? I cannot believe the stuff she does for love. He screams, she scratches, and then he shoves. You know a woman's fed up when a man cheats, and then she gotta make the bed up. Abusive behavior, I hear it in her tone. While she's on her phone, she's begging for somebody to save her. No face-to-face confrontations, the walls are thin enough for me to listen to her conversations. I feel the fire escaping through her soul, I can feel her pain through her window. One day I might just lose control and break down her front door, or sneak through a window and be her knight in shining armor. See, my mind is kinda out of order, sort of. From the first time I saw her, I've been daydreaming about all these things I wanna do for her.
in my dreams, I kissed you once, I kissed you twice, 1,000 times. In my mind, in my dreams, I kissed you once, I kissed you twice, 1,000 times. In my mind.
Shotgun. I'm riding shotgun. A priest once said that when he stepped, he only saw one set of his footprints. This is because Jesus carried him. Now that I know this is true, I pray that he carries me too. I was staring at a stained glass window of Satan, fighting Michael the Archangel. When I learned serpent strike like a boa constrictor, so I read my script to stay afloat like Noah, so I didn't drown. Now follow me through these steps as I show you how it's going down. They used to lynch the innocent, so I tenement buildings are filled with wicked citizens, and priests cast out witches using crucifixes on exorcisms. So to save man, I had to change plans and study the covenant formed by Abraham. I was riding shotgun with the devil, blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil. I was riding shotgun with the devil. Blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil. I confess all my sins, and now that it's done, I read at the Last Supper, Jesus fed his disciples the flesh of his flesh and the blood of his blood, but not like a vampire or Dracula, even though literally he did go to bat for us, as he was crucified, sacrificed his life. So literally yes, he went to bat for us, said one day he'd be back for us, but still some sell they soul for that Acura or that Jaguar. So I'ma lead by example and show you how you can live immaculate. One day I woke up in the morning, read about how Eve was tempted in the garden. Then I realized it was evident we've been fighting the same nemesis ever since Genesis. I was riding shotgun with the devil, blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil. I was riding shotgun with the devil, blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil. Samson loved Delilah, but Delilah was a liar. Betrayed him, tied him up with a wire and tried him without a trial. Cut out his eyes, see love is blind. Even Rebecca deceived Isaac over their child and allowed Jacob to steal the rights of his brother. I too have an envious brother. His jealousy bugs me, but I still love him. I was riding shotgun with the devil, blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil. I was riding shotgun with the devil, blasting heavy metal with the pedal to the metal. I was riding shotgun with the devil, devil.
When it's cold outside, who are you holding? When it's cold outside, who are you holding?
Mommy used to beat on her, boyfriend used to cheat on her. Told her that he needed her, even put a seed in her. Forced an abortion, then he was leaving her. She used to say, down, alone in this town because nobody's around. When she used to say, down. Friends smoke weed with her, sex offenders used to meet with her. From jail, daddy tried to plead with her, but she didn't care cause he was never there when she needed him. She used to say, down, alone in this town because nobody's around. When she used to say, down. She used to say, down. She used to say, down. Her grandfather died, he even missed his eulogy. Committing truancy, cutting school with the same people, stole her grandmother's jewelry. She used to say, down, alone in this town because nobody's around. When she used to say, down. Drinking all night, sleeping all day, stripping off her clothes just to get paid, but can't afford her rent, so she got nowhere to stay. She used to say, down, alone in this town because nobody's around. When she used to say, down. She used to say, down. She used to say, down. As an inspiration for the young women growing up, going through tough times in their lives. The young woman depicted in the song eventually got her act together. If this girl was able to change her life for the better, so can you. So trust me, you will get through it. a trip to New York. From the frying pan of Hell's Kitchen onto your fork. This is food for thought. From the holla spot to the chimmy truck. The streets are greasy like French fries, so it's a must. You catch up when you get stuck. So we stay in the cut, chefing and chopping it up. It's hot dog from Flushing, where they throw hot sauce over the fried duck, then drown it down with a Coke and a smile. But we know bite styles, so there's no copying over and out. Periodically, I study astronomy, plus the economy. So I'm in the search for money, so the dairy aisle is where you found me. Cream, cash rules everything around me. Now on the scene, they can't blow up my cake, cause I spit 16 sweet, know what I mean? Me ain't the type to be cool with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. We ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this. Look, we ain't the type to be fooled with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. Yeah, we ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this.
In the village with hipsters and Starbucks, to preach about more bucks with a stuck-up attitudes, they have more luck in life than others. Didn't live off the druthers, but the backs of others to get where they are today. Repopulate the hood with gold roast coffee. Another way to stand in the real life, lofting high in gentrification. Real life taken for the forsaken. It used to populate the Oxtail shop, and cops just shot the rest after Dunkin' Donuts, leaving kids slumped over in Popeyes with holes in the gut, butts and legs, and the rest of the body with blood all over the wings and thighs. A special brand of sauce that's left when you die. And mothers cry after the spirit and the doves fly high in the air, but this fried chicken never did, leaving birds chain fed 20-year bids. And that's how it is. Life fizzled out like Pop Rocks, kid.
We ain't the type to be fooled with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. We ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this. Look, we ain't the type to be fooled with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. Yeah, we ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this. We ain't the type to be fooled with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. We ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this. Look, we ain't the type to be fooled with. Off the truck, in the cool whip. Yeah, we ain't the type to lose it. But it's off the truck whenever we do this. Two-time offender of driving drunk, so literally, yes I hit the can. First I lost my Benz, then I lost my ends, then I became a bum and got dumped by my girlfriend. No need to offend, now I'm sticking to the script, this is how this movie ends. On a trip to Neverland, never been a fly boy but a veteran with a hook better than Peter Pan. Searching for my Wonderland, but she's been with an X-Men blowing in the wind. This is what happens when it hits the fan, as fast as the flash when it hits the pan. Kryptonite crippled Superman, so I was smoking doobies in the back of Scooby-Doo's van. No lie, when the night rise, I was high enough to touch the sky, flying with my super friend, eating cereal with a clean spoon, alone in my room with my eyes glued to the tube. I stayed tuned as I realized my life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon. On this yellow brick road for that pot of gold, but at the end of the rainbow, all I found was a bowl of cornflakes. So on this journey I did lose my faith. All my friends are gone, cause all my friends are fake as leprechauns. This can't be life. Unlucky with no charms, this can't be right. Left looking silly with tricks on my arms, taking trips to the Bronx with some pimp sauce and Johns. Got the point, try Special K even though it was wrong. Got the joint, babies aborted, no choices and now they are gone. children of the corn. My excuse was I was too young to be a pop, throwing pebbles in the pond. This is my life as a cartoon, and here's my theme song. Eat cereal with a clean spoon, alone in my room with my eyes glued to the tube. I stay tuned as I realize my life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon. Eat cereal with a clean spoon, alone in my room with my eyes glued to the tube. I stay tuned as I realize my life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon. My life was a cartoon.
Hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream.
It's the city of dreams, where everything ain't always what it seems. Premiere my life on this big screen, so now it seems no more fiend as I intervene. Know what I mean? Crispy and clean as I was 17. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. How can I trust you if I can't trust me? The white man wanna put me in that white sheet, then Ku Klux me. I'm not a deaf number statistic yet, so does that mean that I'm lucky? Never made my grandmother happy, but I bet if I make it I would. And nah, I was never good, but if I do make it out this neighborhood, then I become that little engine that could. So now I keep cautious to never run out of smoke, even when I feel exhausted, trying to reach the finish line of this race. But the discrimination of my skin color every day I do face. So a doses of their own medicine they do taste, and twos like deja vu. Now I'm trying to become so popular, every girl gotta wear a name on their chain to tell me who's who. It's the city of dreams, where everything ain't always what it seems. Premiere my life on this big screen, so now it seems no more fiend as I intervene. Know what I mean? Crispy and clean as I was 17. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. The Indians was the first to settle down, but now I can't find one native left in this town. Wildlife is foul, with 3 strikes you out. But as a child, mommy told me one day I could make it, and daddy told me all I had in this world is my word, so for nobody do I ever break it. Now you want me to buy a vow? What you say, Jack? I think I'd rather speak for free, because the Constitution states that you can never stop my speech. Life is far from a peach. You could be elite, but still feel insecure enough to have your whole skin bleach. Let me preach. In 98 we had the president impeached, but we still allowed the porn industry to pimp out women for cheap in these dark, mean streets that never seems to sleep, but always seems to dream. It's the city of dreams, where everything ain't always what it seems. Premiere my life on this big screen, so now it seems no more fiend as I intervene. Know what I mean? Crispy and clean as I was 17. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. It's the city of dreams. New York, New York. In this town, I see the fakes, the phonies, the clowns, and the wannabe downs, but there's no need to ask, because I see through their masks like transparent glass. The art of war has prepared me to study every move of my enemy very carefully, and now that the rain is gone, I can see things clearly, like I had 20/20 vision with inbuilt intuition, saving for my unborn kids' tuition. I'm mad on this mission to put this crooked commissioner out of commission. Yeah, I'm back to paint pictures on this canvas whenever I snap like Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah, this is maximum damage. Change the format to the next level, next flow, next bezel. A rebel who's protected by heavy twisted metal, still sick enough to never ever bless it with the devil. It's the city of dreams, where everything ain't always what it seems. Premiere my life on this big screen, so now it seems no more fiend as I intervene. Know what I mean? Crispy and clean as I was 17. It's the gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it. I'm not the better man, but if I could predict like Nostradamus, then call me the weatherman. Because I forecast economies will crash and societies will collapse by the mass. I studied religion rapidly fast and learned the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Intelligent questions I ask. So why do young thugs reject math, cut class, but still count cash? Yeah. What drugs do you take? Oh, that's right, you addicted to sex, lies, and videotapes. I should've guessed it. Stress adolescents, having sex with professors, but never learning their lessons. I was rejected, isolated like Napoleon, but now I return on this podium with this mic controlling man, living like a holy man in this game of life where there's strikes but no bowling pins. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it.
I was an accident made with liquor and cannabis. My pops, the gangster, was known for letting the cannon spit. My mom was a John known for being on the fashion tip. Put those two in the bag and mix. Voila, you have a magic trick. No man shade on, I tame whatever I flame on. The focus is to make change while still saving change. God, it's only risk that I'm taking. Maneuver quick to get back in, even quicker to maintain it. Life is what you make it. You know me, I don't complain. I just respect the perspective I see out window panes. The American dream is what I'm living out. Vivid scenes that I'm spitting out, getting cheese on the different route. And you can actually believe what I'm spitting bout. No, I'm not slinging birds, but you can let them pigeons out. No, am I popping guns, but I'm not scared of clips out. This life is what you make it. I'm a king until I'm out.
Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it.
Yeah, life is what you make it. What you see is what you get. Every day you breathing means another day that you've been blessed. I seen Papa growing gray hairs, Mama saying her prayers. In a world with no love, with fake smiles and shoulder shrugs. Hold up, we done rose up. You stayed down when that time rough. Stayed round, I stand proud. I'll be crowned on my time up. Me, I done came up when I was stripped out of my luck on a strip, but I don't know no drugs. Just know when I flip a song right up. Like they gon' know me well, long as my heart's still beating from week to week, and we living for more stories to tell. Beggars can't be choosers. You either win or you losing. You know what side I'm on, seeing I got the crowd moving. I'm from a borough, Queens to be exact. No respect, be the set with C-Rod on the track. We keep they hands high, got us by a landslide. Living out our lives while you living on standby.
Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, I'm gon' make it. Life is what you make it. What? It's what you make it, right? Life is what you make it. So yeah, we gon' make it. 7. Been a cadet in this war since the age of 7. Just been ranked up to become lieutenant. Uniforms filled with bullet holes and pennants. Might not know his ABCs, but can name weapons. Rocket launchers and AK-47s. In training class, he pays attention. Takes the battlefield and teaches enemies lessons. Spraying in many different directions. His aim is nearly perfected, but one day lost his friend to a KIA, killed in action, brought him dissatisfaction. From then on, he became a one-man army, searching to destroy. Just last week he wore a mask and used Nova gas to take over a whole town in a flash.
Video games are a very interesting, powerful, and fairly new area of media to consider. One of the really interesting things from a developmental sense is that they are arguably the best teaching tool we have, the best technologically based teaching tool we have, in the sense that you are not only being exposed to situations and people and concepts the way you are with television or movies, but you're an active player in it.
Now little so hard to find as he hides behind enemy lines, dressed in fatigues, laying in trees, ready to squeeze on his enemies, armed with a knife to cut and a grenade that he just threw up to blow up a whole hut. But he prefers to take down one by one by his AR-15 machine gun. But as he reaches the mountain peak, he gets hit with the missile heat. So now he's weak with smoke in the air, no seconds to spare, needs to get out of there, but gets nowhere. As he's surrounded, before he hits the ground, he hears the sound of his mom screaming out, "It's time for dinner now," and he needs to put the game controller down. It's game over.
When you think of the fact that people sat in front of a flight simulator and learned to fly planes well enough to bring the World Trade Towers to the ground, and we're putting our kids for fun in front of essentially killing simulators, where are we going with that? We have to really recognize the fact that there are changes in their minds, in their thinking, and their behavior.
His crew carried 2 bats to put knots in heads like do-rags. He was a cool, smooth cat who always stayed with full bags, so he sold more drugs than Walgreens to keep his pockets full with more green than palm trees. He wasn't the type to be provoked, because to him you was just something else he could smoke. He hustled with crime to keep his daughter and sons in Jordans. Yeah, he had to hustle with 9s. Plus he had a wife and a side chick that he both had to keep off the welfare line. So he stacked chips like Doritos with enough escape money to flee the country and hit the islands for flamingos. But one day, investigators hired a rat, and soon after that, FBI broke into the house and locked Pops in the can like he was Oscar the Grouch. Ouch.
People sell him soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your eye turn red. People sell him soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your eye turn red.
His lawyer knew wiretaps had his client trapped. The judge threw away the key. It was harder to find that than a needle in a haystack. Set to 70 years in the penitentiary. Trapped in Lewisburg, he had to stay strapped to keep his enemies from pushing his wig way back. Not one day did he have a good meal, for real, behind the steel, working on his appeal.
People sell him soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your eye turn red. People sell him soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your eye turn red.
Papa was a hustler, he was a hustler. 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 He was a hustler, he was a hustler. He was a hustler, he was a hustler.
People sell him soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your eye I-10 red. People sell them soul for a slice of bread. Don't watch a man business, make your I-10 red.
Never a star, just infatuated with cars, saturated in awe with the fast life of gambling cards, cash withdrawn, betting against the odds at the Taj Mahal, top floor, bottle popping at the bar, dancing to a favorite song. Her desire by far was to be a model with lingeries and bras. But when I first met her, she was too shy to take her clothes off. But I didn't sweat her, I decided to buy her more designer clothes from expensive stores of the mall, like Gucci, Fendi, Christian Dior, Versace, Prada, and of course Michael Kors from Truly Yours. She enjoys hors d'oeuvres before 4-course meals at food courts and 5-star restaurants. She's a boss, she's a star when she walks with a shoe game like Jordan in college, which means all heels, nothing more. Like a picture from a magazine or a scene from the movie Weird Science. She's my project, full of glamour and galore, now even fancy enough to bring on my world tour. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. She never thought she could attend Harvard or Yale because she was too busy dating men from the projects in jail. Her last relationship failed. Her ex-boyfriend bailed, broke up with her through a letter through the mail. All her girlfriends can't pay their own bills. All knocked up future baby mamas who will be surrounded around baby diapers and Infamil. But she doesn't flat leave them, she still chills. See when she speaks it's sincere. See her eye color, her hair and nails is all real. With the smile of a waitress and the skills to make a good home-cooked meal. Shorty has drive but doesn't play the third wheel, so I had to push her in the right direction, take her off the third rail, put her on this track, and like that she became my project as the runway became clear. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. This is my version of Weird Science. I'ma make a person into my project. I'm a surgeon designing the perfect client, so she will be preferred and desired. The blocks are patrolled by police, crooked D's, taking money under the table to control the streets. We declare war overseas with no apologies for our enemies with depicted monarchies. Mockeries on monopolies on my hypotheses are the scholar thoughts of a modern day Socrates. So drop the keys, please, because D-Wees allowed the police to seize cars legally. Through the streets I see lies, blood-sucking vampires practicing cannibalism round campfires. On the corner of New York to California, it's hot like a sauna, so cops will run up on you without a warrant. For marijuana, they run through the pockets of your partner. Cops wearing that badge with no honor. So your honor, for troops, load and shoot. I'ma go in this booth and expose the truth.
Light it up a minute, feeling stressed beyond the depths of the rent. Intense attempts to succeed are met with the weapons of greed from my kin. I mean, we the same cause we share the same skin. Guns drawn, life gone, no moment of silence. Just stacks on strippers' backs. The outcome of violence is another bottle of Ciroc. Role models of the youth rock gold tooth and heavy chains. Custom made Glocks and Gucci frames. Make it out the hood and they forget from whence they came. No street cred for fixing up the ghetto. Just fat checks promoting the life of the criminal. Every black kid's hero is in a music video, and the woman of their dreams is a vixen. Only money gets the honey dripping. Am I tripping? The whole direction is off. From I have a dream to how much do you floss? Minus the dental.
It doesn't make any sense on this payment for rent. I work just to pay for what's spent. It's making a dent in my livelihood while bankers are taking a jet to eat filet mignon while I struggle for bacon and eggs. In truth, they're the ones creating this debt. You want proof? So how about taking the steps? I made you upset? Me? I'm just wasting my breath. And guess the rest of you wanna be slaves to your death. Then good riddance to you. I'm trying to create a movement that's tired of institutions denying the Constitution. Reach higher to prove it. This time I'll draw a blueprint. How can you be so stupid? It's enough to make me lose it. My last hope is this music. The rest of you are useless and need improvement. I'm through with trying to school lessons to lesser humans, distracted by amusements, living in illusions. Conclusion.
While he's away at college getting his precious, useless degree, I'm working my butt off at this company.
And in the second place, he does have a family to support.
And I don't.
I'm here to inspire you, because yesterday didn't your boss try to fire you? Yeah. Brought you to the HR department, try to make you quit / early retire you. Yeah, it's true, you are like me, I'm like you. Every day we walk in each other's shoes, because we work hard for the money. But our underappreciated bosses play us off as dummies, so they could take the credit and move up the corporate ladder faster. But check it, now if the paycheck ain't right, I'm gonna check it. Cause I started from the mail room and now I'm climbing up. Suit and tied up, I'm totally bossed out. Yeah, it does cost to be the boss. So now I'm flossed out, so hold your calls, cause you gotta listen to what we talking about. Cause yeah, money talks, money talks. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right. See, there's 7 days in a week, and 5 out of them 7 days I had to travel 3 hours each way. First on the bus, secondly on the train, thirdly I had to walk more than a mile just to make it to my job. And even once almost got robbed, but still made it to my job just 1 minute late. And my boss still complained, called me a liar with my pants on fire. Then he threatened to fire me, but see, I started from the mail room and now I'm climbing up, suit and tied up. I'm totally bossed out. Yeah, it does cost to be the boss. So now I'm flossed out, so hold your calls, cause you gotta listen to what we talking about. Cause yeah, money talks. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right. I was once in charge of 28 employees, 26 hourlies and 2 supervisors under me that worked for me. For about 4 long months I was one of the top dogs, till I was demoted from full-time to part-time management position with no good reason at all, except the politics. So one day I decided to call it quits, and that's when all the pieces to my puzzle started to fit. So yes, I started from the mail room and now I'm climbing up, suit and tied up. I'm totally bossed out, yeah it does cost to be the boss. So now I'm flossed out, so hold your calls, cause you gotta listen to what we talking about. Cause yeah, money talks. Money talks. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right. He works hard for the money talks. She works hard for the money talks. We work hard for the money, but they just don't know how to treat us right.
Hit you and stuff and make fun of you. This is you right to your face in front of everyone.
Today's a new day. I was the water boy yesterday, but now I don't play Bobby Boucher. Oh, by the way, that bully that wanted me to die that day, my style he would probably bite away, because I was bummy, but now I'm a fox like Michael J. What more can I say, except I'm trying to open up the gate and regulate and reminisce about my life and how it was back in the days. Bullies used to make fun of me in the back of the class. Students used to point fingers and then laugh. I was so nervous it was hard to pay attention. When it came to tests I had to cheat so I could pass. This is how my alcohol abuse began. Started down a Smirnoff Ice in my stomach to take away the pain and numb it. My brain became dumber on the wrong track, running now I'm on the right path. This is my last laugh. This is for the bullies who used to make fun of me in the back of the class. This is my last laugh. This is for the teachers who always failed me and never let me pass. This is my last laugh. This is for the jobs that wouldn't promote me and treated me like trash. This is my last laugh. This is for the women who only dated me because of my cash. This is my last laugh. At the age of 7 I was playing 7-Up. At 27 I was drinking Hennessy and 7-Up. Usually late for work cause I missed the bus, cause I decided to stay up all night getting boozed up. So drunk that I threw up, more faded than a crew cut. The next morning more hungover than the Ku Klux. Still had to sober up with milk and Cocoa Puffs. See, my lifestyle was too nuts, mainly because my job drove me to drink. Literally, one night after work, caught my second D-week. Ironically, when I quit my job, that's when I was able to quit drinking. No more vomiting in the sink again. Honestly, I've been sober for more than a year now, and finally, my brain is able to think again as I express myself through the ink and the pen. This is for the bullies who used to make fun of me in the back of the class. This is my last laugh. This is for the teachers who always failed me and never let me pass. This is my last laugh. This is for the jobs that wouldn't promote me and treated me like trash. This is my last laugh. This is for the women who only dated me because of my cash. This is my last laugh. I'm trying to be the last man standing, so I'm trying to make an impact in this world bigger than the Grand Canyon. I used to work for a deli, cutting cold-cut meats for sandwiches. Now life is sweeter than candy. No more rugged tug beat downs. Women used to manhandle me. Now women calling me handsome, it must be because they thinking I'm swimming in Franklin's like I was holding federal banks for ransom. But nah, no more am I a menace to society. Even though back in the days you probably could have found me cruising on the LIE in the same ride that I used for the robbery. Nowadays, no more lying or using fake IDs. Now it's straight facts and reality. As I write raps and movie scripts, as I stay on my path to my destiny. This is for the bullies who used to make fun of me in the back of the class. This is my last laugh. This is for the teachers who always failed me and never let me pass. This is my last laugh. This is for the jobs that wanna promote me and treated me like trash. This is my last laugh. This is for the women who only dated me because of my cash. This is my last laugh.
Yeah. As of today, there are an estimate number of 14 million Jews, 2 billion Christians, and 1.5 billion Muslims in the world. In the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran, you can find the following prophets: Adam, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph the son of Jacob, and David. Also, you can find Jesus in the Hebrew Bible and in the Quran, and who was a Jew with miraculous powers. Now the conflict between the Jews, Christians, and Muslims rise when we are deciphering what part does Jesus really play. A numerous amount of wars were started because of this conflict, including the Crusades. Now, why do we choose to ignore all the similarities these three religions have? Why do we choose to kill each other over the conflict of this prophet? Jesus shouldn't be the common enemy. Instead, the true enemy is sitting back and laughing while we kill each other. Who is this common enemy, you ask? Yes, you guessed it. Satan himself. See, Satan is found in the book of Job, testing Job. Then later on, Satan is found in the Gospels, testing Jesus. And finally, he is mentioned in the Quran, where he's proclaimed as our enemy. Satan loves the fact that we build organized religions as barriers to block us from loving each other. But if we could tear down these organized religions and look deep within them, then we will find that we are left as people who believe in the same one Lord. I was once a sinner, but I chose to fight the temptations, the lust, the pride, the greed, the envy, the sloth, the anger, and the gluttony. Once I started fighting these temptations, I became stronger, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I was able to get my goals accomplished. I enrolled myself back into college to finish my degree. I wrote a full-length movie script, and yes, I recorded this album. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, life is too precious to be wasted partying, drinking, and sinning. We need to be more productive with our time. We can't let the devil win. So look, if it was possible for me to change, then the bottom line is, if I could change, and you could change, then we could change the world. World.